New patch notes, they just came out. It is called the Field Vicious Demons with the new legendary items. So we have here the old artwork that we already saw. It is coming on the 16th April. Okay, so are we actually gonna have the new assets coming on the 16th April? That'll be like kind of crazy. Because like I think it's the first time that probably gonna have these earlier. Wow. So here for the Barbarian, we have the new shoulders that now the standard, it is going to leave to a target location. It's going to create some fissures on the ground and erupt them when you use the ground stomp or leap, damaging and knocking enemies airborne. So this probably, it is one of the shoulders that I really want to try, especially in PvP. I think there is a lot of potential there. Nail toe, the new pants, the ground stomp now smashes the ground and conjures an ancestral spirit that performs multiple ground stomps from disappearing damage all nearby enemies. So I wonder if this is gonna actually synergize together with these shoulders, because if you have all these summons and the summons start and all the start like knocking up and doing this extra damage, maybe there's something here very cool. We have here the new helmet. The ground stomp now increases your critical hit chance up to 12%. Okay, plum maker with the new offhand ground stomp, the cooldown is now decreased by 0.2 seconds for any enemy you hit, up to 1 second. And then we have the new main hand. Ground stomp now smashes the ground and conjures an ancestral spirit, performs multiple ground stomps from disappearing and all damage. So we have here what, 2 of them? Okay, so we literally have here the error. Because they literally just pretty much copy paste. So the Barbarian, it is wrong. Like I remember that we saw whenever it was leaked was something else. And then we have here the new chest piece. The standard also reduces enemy movement speed by 30%, prevents them from using their skills. Okay, this can be decent, but I really don't see like people actually using these. But together the chest piece here with the shoulders, whenever you jump and in this target area, nobody can actually move, nobody can leave, and nobody can use like teleports or like dashes. So maybe it's gonna be like very toxic when it comes to the idol. Then we have here the Blood Knight. The new helmet transfusions increase your damage by 4% for 3 seconds, up to 12%. Then we have the main hand. The Umbral Lance now hits 3 times within 3 seconds with an additional damage. Okay, I mean like Blood Knight, I'm sorry guys, but like it's not looking good. Transfusion now pulls all the nearby enemies, damaging them and granting you an absorbed shield based on the number of enemies that you just got. This can be interesting. This can be actually very interesting. Then we have here the new shoulders. The Umbral cooldown is reduced. All right, the new offhand, the Umbral Lance, it is now throws several spears in one direction, returning to you. So it's gonna be like a boomerang. So everything is gonna be about like this Umbral Lance, I guess. Now the pants, the Sanguinate now teleports you into the target location, damaging them and knocking them in the air. Okay, so it's like a, you know, like the teleport from the wizard. I think that's pretty much what we're gonna have. For the Crusader, we have on the new pants, Shield Glare now grants you a shield for 1.5 seconds, absorbs damage for each enemy hit, and then up to maximum of 3 enemies, and the shield value will scale according to the number of enemies that you hit. The new helmet, Fist of Heaven, now empowers you with the lightning, and then your next skill hits a target with lightning bolts that they are gonna come and bring down on the target location. Okay, see, this seems like kind of okay. The new main hand, the Falling Sword, now charges to the target, damaging all the enemies at the location. Okay. Shield Glare now places a counter-attack stance, during which whenever you receive an attack from close range, this is very important, from close range, you will start bursting with the light, damaging and blinding all the enemies. It seems like an upgrade version of like what we have on the Barbarian, that we, instead of like doing that AoE damage, we're gonna do AoE damage, plus we also gonna blind the enemy. Seems very OP. Then we have the shoulders, Fist of Heavens, increase your critical hit damage up to 24%. Okay. Demon Hunters, well, it's not looking that great, right? But we have here Smoke Screen on the main hand now. The charge is increased by 1. Okay. New helmet, the Sentry now summons rope turrets that fires in surrounding enemies, attaching them with ropes and pulling them into it. Affects enemies aren't enabled to actually use dash skills and will be stunned if they cannot move outside of the turn. Okay, this seems kind of nice, to be honest, especially like to be maybe a more support role, but I don't think that's really what Demon Hunters they want, right? We want like a bit more damage, we want more survivability. I don't know if this playing with sentries I feel like is kind of lame. The new offhand sentry now triggers a small explosion when destroyed, so probably you're gonna try to pull them in and then create explosion and stunning the enemies as well. Here on the pants we have the knives trap, now summons moving traps that will automatically attack nearby enemies and burning them. This seems kind of fun. New shoulders now deal the damage with the knife trap to the same enemy for within 2 seconds and increase the damage up to 18%. Okay, now the smoke screen here on the chest will throw a grenade at the target location, creating a dust that slows the enemies by 50%. Wow, and causes burning enemies to explode. Okay, this kind of good, if I think. But the thing is, like, if you gonna go like with the strafe, probably you cannot really. It's like you want warmer pen or you want like a slow. I will have to test it out. For the monk, well, we have here the Shield of Zen now increases your evasion by 10%. Okay, so they actually nerfed it. Mystic Strike now grants you immunity to knockback effects for 2 seconds. Okay, so this is not bad at all. Wave Strike now also increases the critical hit chance up to 12%. Then we have the new pants, Breath of the Heavens, now deals damage to nearby enemies, stuns them into golden statue, prevent them from moving and attacking. Once free from the gold, the enemies can take additional damage. Okay. New main hand, Shields of Zen now empowers you, causing you a mystic palm to fall into a random nearby enemy when you use a skill, and additional conjures an avatar off the sky after using the third time. Okay, this probably is gonna be like a new AoE ability or something like that. I mean, that's just extra damage. I wish like there was. I feel like Monk also needs like a bit more CC or something like that. The new offhand Wave Strike now slams the ground and damage nearby enemies and can be used to more quick. Okay, I mean like. I don't know. This seems like a PvE stuff. This here seems like they heavily nerf from like 20% to 10%. So that's kind of bad for the monk. Well, now we have here Necromancer, one of the best classes that people are anticipating. That's going to be the best class in the game. Let's see. Then we have the Blight Corp, new main hand. The critical hits from the Bone Spirits trigger this Soulfire Novas that the additional damage that cannot occur more than every 1 second. Okay, the Pent, Dark Curse, now unleashes a wave that damage nearby enemies. It charges the enemy as you move. All right, then we have another one, which is the offhand Bone Spirits now draw answers to nearby enemies, conjuring a bone spirit for each enemy affected that rapidly orbits you. Okay, so it's like, I think like this is the thing that we saw on all those leaks, that you have all these bone spirits around you. It was pretty cool. Bone Spikes now shatters the enemy armor, increase the damage that they take up to 12%. Really nice, that one, because you're gonna go here together with the helmet, pretty sure. The new chest piece, now the Dark Curse, pulls all the enemies that you hit and cannot occur more than every 6 seconds. So I think they're gonna try the new chest piece to do together with the new pants. And well, this is like pretty much the helmet that everyone is waiting for it, which is the Valus Hollow Head, the new helmet. The Bone Spike now grants you a mount that increases your movement speed and make you immune to knockback effects, not to stuns. Okay, your mount damage and knocks back enemy as he moves, and also it can shatter with the new shoulders. So the new shoulders together with the new helmet seems very strong. For the Tempest, we have this new main hand. Well, the Riptide now increases your damage done for 4% for 3 seconds, up to 12%. Also have in mind, this is all at Mastery 1. They will be increased at Mastery 4. The new offhand, whenever the Dance Blade hits the enemy, it applies the Wind Shackles for 3 seconds, dealing extra damage for every 5 attacks. The new chest piece, Reptile, now surrounds you and your Zephyrs with swirling ties, continuing damage. It's pretty much, you see like a pull around you and your Zephyrs, and if you stand, they stand on top of that, they will just get some AoE damage. The new Pants, the Breaker, now makes you untargetable as you dash on the wave, damaging enemies along the path and conjuring a Zephyr. Okay, so being untargetable or having an extra shield, probably I still prefer the shield, but we'll have to go and test it out. This Storm Lost Visage. The dance blade now pulls on the enemies towards you, preventing them to use dash skills. I don't know if that's really something that you want as a Tempest to pull them towards you. Now we have here the Shroud of Fortune. The new shoulders breaker cooldown. It is reduced by 0.1 seconds for every enemy you hit, up to 3 seconds. Okay, so this probably is for PvE. For the wizard, the last one, the Equalizer. Each time that you hit with a skill, your next magical missiles will turn into flame missiles if cast within 5 seconds, and which explodes and deal impact additional damage to nearby targets. You can accumulate up to 3 flaming missiles. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. The wizard is definitely one of the ones that I'm the most excited as well. Now here for the new offend, the flame superiority. Ice armor now becomes a fire armor, burning nearby enemies and increasing your critical hit chance against nearby enemies. Very, very cool. The new helmet. Scourge now launched a fireball that damages and burns along the way. So pretty much it's just like a, you know, like the Dragon Ball Z kind of fireball. It is pretty cool. Then we have here the new chest piece. The ice armor grants you immunity to knockback, and also while active in the Feared Revenge pants, the teleport now imbues with fire, damaging and burning nearby enemies when you arrive to a certain location. So everything it is about the fire. Then we have the new shoulders, that the damage dealt by the Scourge to the same enemy within 2 seconds also keep stacking the damage up to 24%. Really nice. The fire mage, the fire wizard is actually gonna be something that I'm being looking for. Now let's go here into the nerfs, into the balance changes. Barbarian, Shackle Fate, they have reduced the okay, there is an improvement. They reduced from 8 yards to 5 yards. Okay, it's not 40 yards. They made it 5 yards. I would like 6 yards, but hey, at least I'll take the 5 yards. I thought it was a bit harsh, like going with the 50%, but here we got at least the one more. Okay, let's take the 1+. Flicker tone. Now the energy generation from the skill is being reduced from 20 to 10, so pretty much gonna take a lot more time to actually stack the hammer to full potential. But I guess like they reduce all that shenanigans that only hits whenever it is one target, so probably they simplified it. But we have to see, like most likely it's still gonna be quite fast, because in this game you just do like damage like really fast. So I don't know if it's gonna be like a big problem to actually stack it up, the OTA. I guess I have to test it out. Then we have here the Tempest, the skin parter. The blade has been reduced from 8 to 6 yards. Okay, now I don't understand, like why does Tempest get the 6 yards and we don't get the 6 yards? Man, dude. All right, I feel like this is a nice nerf. This is a nice change. I feel like maybe like the 40 yards is as well for Tempest was a bit too harsh, but I don't know why they didn't make it also 6 yards. Like this is some bullshit, you know. Crusader, the Yawning Rose, the fall time of the fire blast is increased from 0.5 seconds to 1 second. Ouch, like double the time. For the Monk, the Inner Sanctuary baseline cooldown is increased from 20 to 24. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna actually change a lot. Necromancer, the Wheatbloom Golem, the damage reduction is reduced to 40% from 50%. So Golem also got a bit nerf. The Defiling Swarm, the green site, the radius of the site has been reduced by 33%. Orbit radius around the player, it is increased from 2 to 2.5. Wow, okay, this actually seems like a big nerf. Isn't this the one that creates the vortex? Because if so, it kind of maybe kill like the whole spec. Several PvP classes are underperforming PvP combat, so we are reducing their damage potential to bring more in line with other classes. The changes are aimed around reducing lethality by adjusting the range and frequency which they aim to not be affected their overall PvE output. Okay, I mean, I feel like here I only saw nerfs. Where the hell are the buffs? You know, like you're doing balance changes. Where are like the Demon Hunter changes? Where are the Blood Knight changes? Where are like the Wizard changes? Like, what the hell? Like, you're just like nerfing. Why are we also not buffing classes? Additional, considering the recent increase of damage reduction from the range players, we are increasing the defensive capability from Necromancer to bring them closer where they prior increased their baseline damage reduction. Okay, that's like pretty much, they reduced 10% here, but they increased before from 15 to 30%. Conjuration of Light, the baseline, they are nerfing. Oh my god, they are increasing from 26 to 29%. The effect duration will be reduced by 50% if you use Conjuration of Light again within the 16 seconds. Wow. All right. Oh, this is actually like a huge nerf when it comes to Crusader. I was not expecting, because I feel like Crusader needs more survivability and needs less damage. So I really don't understand what they are trying to do. I guess like they see like the bubble, it is a problem. Like, do you guys think like a bubble is a problem? I mean, I feel like it can be a problem whenever you have like 4 or 5 Crusaders in the same team, but that's not really a Crusader problem. That's more like a matchmaking problem, that you have like multiple classes stacking, which is never fun. It doesn't matter if it's like 4 Bards, 4 Crusaders, 4 Tempest, like everything kind of freaking sucks, right? I don't know. It doesn't feel like that great. The Iron Spike pile events, they are coming. Fractured Plane, we all brawl. You know, nobody cares. More returning recycle events. New featured updates. Okay, the legendary gem draw pools. After these updates, some legendary gems will be removed from the standard banner to help with the money vision, with the total of the gems pool now being 48. The gems that they were selected to be removed were based off the gems that they were selected at least during the latest modified gem pool. Okay, so pretty much they are saying, hey, we got too many gems, nobody cares about half of them, so maybe you can go and actually select. So they are adding these to be removed on the standard pool: the Hills of Many Realms, the Tear of Comet, and the Black Rose. Okay, they should already have done these, because like this last 100% 100 crest that I did, I actually went and I summoned one of these, like oh my god. Mounts of Vein and Dark Wood boss timers. The world map will now display the countdown for the world bosses. Okay, but like the reality, like nobody freaking does this. Like nobody really cares. The new challenge Rift 6 dungeon is coming on April 28th. Liquidating changes. Opening the liquidating quest line will now be unlocked at level 60. Previously was at 36. Note that you will be able to complete this quest line, change difficulties from normal to hell 1. I mean, I haven't leveled up in a while. I really don't know if this is a good thing or not. Changes to Dark, the Destruction Call. This is like the new PvP area that nobody cares, right? We are making changes to being placed in the match of Destruction Call. You will only be placed in the arena once there is enough players to begin the match, allowing you to continue to play with... No, you know what you need? Like, the thing was kind of fine. What do you need? You need to give more rewards, man. You know, like the rewards, they are the BS, man. Like nobody cares. Nobody will go there. The only reason why people were actually gonna go there was for the Randolite, but then people noticed that you can actually farm Randolite pretty much everywhere. So there is no real reason to go into this game mode. So I don't know, I did it for like 30 minutes. It's actually a shame that we don't have like a purpose to actually go there, because it was like really fun. So these are all the things that they just come up like with the new patch. We got the new answers, and these will be dropping on the April 16. Wow. So this is the first. This is the first that we're gonna have these. So guys, I hope you guys are excited for the new ancestors. For me, probably I will do or Necromancer or Barbarian. Yeah, pretty much those two, right? So I want to tell you and ask you, which class should I start with, Barbarian or Necromancer? Put it down below. I'm excited for both of them. And with this, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the live stream. Peace.